Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the Big Juicy Quiz. It's Wednesday, it's 8 o'clock, and for some strange technical error, I seem to be frowning, and I can't shake it. I'm not angry with you, don't worry. I just can't budge the eyebrows. Anyway, welcome to the Big Juicy Quiz. We're juicier than ever, and that means we have 100 points up for grabs today. We have 5 rounds, something a little bit silly, as always. Grab yourself a piece of paper, grab yourself a pen, grab yourself some teammates on the old video conference, and join us on YouTube or Facebook, and we'll get started. So, you've got a chance to get some bonus points as well, like we always do, just in case you really mess up on the rounds. So, we'll start off with bits and bobs. If you never watched us before, it's like general knowledge, except it's got a different name. Apart from that, it's general knowledge. 10 questions, 1 point for each correct answer. Get your thinking caps on. No Googling, no Kahooting, and no canoodling at the back. Thank you. Right then, your first question today. How many valves are on a trumpet? How many valves are on a trumpet? Breaking you in easy. You're not going to stay this easy for the whole quiz, trust me. Question number 2. What is the shape of the scar on Harry Potter's forehead? Or if you're watching in Surrey, forehead. What is the shape of the scar on Harry Potter's forehead? Question number 3. To date, check what time it is. How many British monarchs have been called George? How many British monarchs, that's kings or queens, have been called George? Question number 4. What's the official residence of the Archbishop of Canterbury? What's the official residence of the Archbishop of Canterbury? His house is not a valid answer. Question number 5. According to the nursery rhyme, how did Georgie Porgy make the girls cry? According to the nursery rhyme, how did Georgie Porgy make the girls cry? Locking them down for 12 months would do it. Question number 6. Which film is set at Rydell High School? Someone wrote to me last week and said, make it easier. I have made it easier. Which film is set at Rydell High School? That's number 6. Number 7. How would you write the number 55 if you were a Roman? How would you write the number 55 in Roman numerals? In question number 8, what creatures live in a formicary? What creatures live in a formicary or a formicary? Yes, sirree. If you're late joining us, I know I'm frowning. I just don't know why. Question number 9. What's the capital of Malta? What's the capital of Malta? We like to get all the serious questions in round 1 before things start to get a little bit silly. And question number 10 on the bits and bobs round. What name did the Romans give to France? What name did Romans give to France? There's your first 10 questions. Have a good little think on those, and then I'll give you a quick recap. So, round number 1 is our bits and bobs round. Here's a quick recap. Number 1, how many valves are on a trumpet? Number 2, what's the shape of the scar on Harry Potter's forehead? Number 3 was, to date, how many British monarchs have been called George? Number 4, what's the official residence of the Archbishop of Canterbury? Number 5, according to the nursery rhyme, how did Georgie Porgy make them girls cry? Number 6, which film is set at Rydell High School? Number 7, how would you write the number 55 if you were a woman? Number 8, what creatures live in a former curry or a former Surrey? Number 9, what's the capital of Malta? And number 10, what name did the Romans give to France? If you're just tuning in, where were you? We start at 8 o'clock, but here's your chance to catch up with a bonus question that's worth 10, yes, 10 points. Your bonus question is, I want to know the number of stars on the flag of the USA multiplied by the number of red stripes. So what do you get if you multiply the number of stars by the number of red stripes? No Googling. That's the rules. The shoes and socks are coming off here. I can smell it down the road. Multiply the number of stars by the number of red stripes on the stars and stripes. And what number do you get? Write it down if you're correct, and you'll find out at the end it's worth 10 points. Right then, round number 2. Round number 2, what the fox that? Now, there is method in my madness. You see, on Friday, it's the start of the Chinese New Year. And it's the year of the ox. So, the next 10 questions, the answer, all have the letters OX in them. See what we did there? All right. So I'll give you the definition of a word, and you write down the word. And it's got OX in it to celebrate the year of the ox. Here we go. Number 1 on what the fox that? A martial art in which competitors wear boxing gloves and throw punches like boxing and kick with their bare feet like they do in karate. But what's it called? Remember, it's got the letters OX in it. in it. A martial art which competitors wear boxing gloves and they throw punches like they do in boxing, but they also kick with bare feet like you would in karate. What be it called? Right then, number 2. An informal way of talking about a person who talks constantly, especially about trivial matters. The answer has the letters O-X in it. In it. What would you call someone who talks constantly? I've just checked and the word wife doesn't have an O-X in it. Right, number 3. A money-operated machine that plays music. That's about all you need, isn't it? Usually equipped with push buttons for the selection of particular recordings. What's it called? It's got the letters O-X in it. In it. They will get harder. Number 4. Slang for a confined space where a person sweats. That should be all you need. It's got the letters O-X in it, but what's the word? A confined place where a person sweats, especially an interrogation room or a prison cell used for special punishment. Oh. Question number 5 on What the Fox That? A temporary platform used for making an impromptu or non-official public speech. What would you call it? It's got the letters O-X in it. Right then, number 6, a bleaching agent that you could use on your hair. It's got the letters O-X in it. And did you know if you type Chinese New Year into Google, the whole page goes like fireworks? Don't do it now because that'd be cheating, but later on. Right, number 7. Treatment designed to get rid in the body of poisonous substances, especially alcohol and drugs. The word Monday doesn't work because it doesn't have an O-X in it. But what's the word? It's got O-X in it. In it. Treatment designed to get rid of poisonous substances in the body. Right then. Question number 8. When the length of day and night are approximately equal, it's called a what? If you don't know, have a guess, because it's always worth a guess. When the length of the day and night are approximately equal, what do you call it? It's got O-X in it. Number 9, a rhetorical, there's a big word for a Wednesday, figure in which incongruous or contradictory terms are combined, like deafening silence or a mournful optimist. Government intelligence, things like that. What do you call them? The letters OX are definitely in this word. And question 10. The branch of science concerned with poisons, their nature, effects and antidotes. Not dozy dotes, antidotes. The branch of science concerned with poisons and their nature, their effects and the antidotes. What's it called? It's got the letters OX in it, I know that much. So, there are 10 questions. The answers should all have OX in them. Have a quick think. Right then, a quick recap of your 10 what the fox that questions. Number 1, a martial art where competitors box like you do in boxing but kick like you do in karate. What's it called? Number 2, informal word for a person who talks constantly. Number 3, a money operated machine that plays music. Come on, you know that one. Number 4, slang for a confined place where a person sweats. Number 5, a temporary platform for making an impromptu speech. Number 6, a bleaching agent for the hair. It's got OX in it. Number 7, the treatment designed to get rid of poisons in the body, especially alcohol and drugs. Number 8, when the length of day and night are approximately equal. What's it called? Number 9, a rhetorical figure in which a contradictory term is combined, like a deafening silence. What do we call it? And number 10, the branch of science concerned with poisons. They've all got OX in it. And that's in honour of the Chinese Year of the Ox, which starts on Friday. And your 10 bonus points could be yours if you know the answer to this question. No Googling. Thank you. What would the word ox score in Scrabble? Oh. OX in Scrabble. What's it worth? What's it worth? Right then. Moving swiftly on to round number 3, who dis then? But it's World Umbrella Day. I know. No, it really is. So, here are 10 famous faces, but they have been slightly obscured by an umbrella. And they are all holding umbrellas. All I need to know is who dis then? Number 1 looks a bit like that. It's the one with the brolly over their head. Right? Not the one holding the parasol. But who is it? I have to tell you, the clue is definitely in the question. It's almost like a catchphrase on its own, put it that way. Number 2, who's hiding behind the umbrella? On World Umbrella Day. Number 3, who dis then? They're hiding behind an umbrella, but who is it? What do you reckon? There are a lot of clues there that give things away. Number 4, gonna get slightly harder. This is a tricky one. Have a good look. See if you can work out who is hiding behind this umbrella. If you just tuned in, it's World Umbrella Day and we're looking at people hidden behind umbrellas and you have to tell me who they are. Here's number 5. Who is this hiding behind the brolly? Did you get that one? Try your hand at number 6. Number 6 is another toughie, I reckon. Hidden behind that umbrella and underneath another umbrella is a famous British person. But who dis? Number 7 looks a bit like that. Alright, now number 7 caught me out. Will it catch you out? Who dis? That's number 7, and number 8 looks a bit like that. But who dis then? Another tricky one, I reckon. Number 9 behind the brolly is this person here, but who is it? And your last umbrella hiding celebrity looks a bit like that. Who dis then? And there are your 10 famous people hiding behind the brollies for World Umbrella Day. Have a quick discussion and a quick think, and I'll give you a quick recap in a couple of moments. Right then, so here's a quick recap of 10 famous faces hiding behind a brolly. Number 1, who dis then? Number 2, who's hiding under that brolly? Number 3 looks like that. It's hiding from the sun and the star in the mirror. Number 4 is this one. Number 5 was that young lady. Number 6, remember it's a British person. Number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. Only one person I think would wear those trousers, to be quite honest. Those are your 10 famous people hiding behind an umbrella. If you haven't got all 10 written down, make up something quick, alright? Because it's always worth a guess. Always! Okay, moving on to our next round. Bonus How could I forget the bonus? 10 points if you know what the literal meaning of the word umbrella is. Alright, now it's definitely worth a guess if you don't know. Alright, so what do you think the word umbrella means? I mean, it could be so many things if you don't know, so write one of them down. You never know. It's worth 10 points if you get it right. Right, moving on to our next round on the big juicy quiz this Wednesday, and it is code breakers. Now, a code breaker, for example, if you see 10 CITR, like it says there, it could be 10 clues in this round, because there are 10 clues in this round. Right? Here are 10 codes for you to decode. They're all well-known things. Number 1, 2W OAB. So the capitals will be like your nouns, and the others will be like your other things, like verbs and adverbs and adjectives. Okay, so 2W OAB. Right, if you've never played these before, I'm going to give you a little clue. All right, so the O and the A could be on a, or on a, or on an. So what are there? 2W of OAB. Right, these are all things that we will have all come across in our lives at some point. All well-known sayings. So, where would you find 2W's OAB? Right, I think you've got the hang of it now, so let's move on to number 2. 5T OAF. 5T OAF. Right, you can't just make them up, by the way. You can't just create new things for yourself. These are well-known things. Number 3, 12M OAJ. Slightly more difficult. What are there? 12M OAJ. Think about things that come in 12s, you know. That's a good starting point for these. Number 4, 360D IAC. Where would you find 360 somethings IAC? Number 5 looks a bit like that. 64 SOACB. 64 S's OACB. Break the code and you'll get yourself a point. Number 6, 10Y IAD. I love these because these drive people insane. 10Y's IAD. What could it be? Number 7, 26M IAM. 26 watt. IA watt. So 26M IAM. And number 8 goes a bit like this. 147 MBIS. So 147 MBIS. Where would you find the number 147? Told you, drives you potty this one. Number 9, 13 IABD. 13 what? It begins with I. ABD. Now, a little clue here, the I is small. Right then, number 10, 12K. OTRT. 12K. OTRT. Where would you find 12Ks and an RT? Something a little bit different for you to get your head scratching with. Have a quick think and then we'll go through them all one more time. Right then, let's have a quick recap on our code breakers. And code breakers are like the big letters on nouns. So in this clue here, 10 CITR would be 10 clues in this round. And they went a bit like this. 2 WOAB, 5 TOAF, 12 MOAJ, 360 DIAC, 64 SOACB, that's number 5, 10 YIAD, number 7 was 26 MIAM, number 8, 147 MBIS. Number 9, 13 IABD. And number 10, 12K OTRT. Those are your 10 codes for you to break. And here's one extra for 10 points. 29,028 HOME small I F. That one is worth 10 points. Lots of numbers floating around here. 29,028. What is it? It's the HOMEIF. That one's worth 10 points if you can get the answer. Right then. Hope you are enjoying the big juicy quiz. Your answers will be coming up, but now it's time for everybody's least favourite round, Out of Tune Alfie. Out of Tune Alfie is pretty straightforward. These are lyrics to songs that I will sing. To make it harder, I can't sing. So the tune might not resemble the song in any way, shape or form. But here we go. Turn up your speakers. Put your earplugs in. Number 1. We are young, we run green, keep our teeth nice and clean. And you get 1 point for the song and 1 point for the singer too. One more time, I hear you cry. We are young, we are green, we run green, keep our teeth nice and clean. 1 point for the singer, 1 point for the song. Number 2. You know that it would be untrue. That's number 2. You know that it would be untrue. Right then, number 3. I have to pause because I have to remember what the tune is, you see. Don't start the talking. I could talk all night. 1 point for the singer, 1 point for the song. I can't guarantee it sounds anything like that, but that's why it's called Out of Tune Alfie. Don't start the talking. I could talk all night. You will find that sometimes the singing aids in your guessing and sometimes it hinders. Number 4. Okay, hide the cats away for this one, everybody. Out on the windy moors we roll and fall in love. I'll try that again with the right words. Out on the windy moors we roll and fall in love. There is only one song it could be, let's be fair. I'll try and raise the pitch slightly. I don't know why the windy moors we roll and fall in love. Excuse me a second. 1 point for the singer, 1 point for the song. Right, number 5. The silicon chip inside her head gets switched to overload. Again? Okay. The silicon chip inside her head gets switched to overload. What's the song and what's the singer? Number 6. Well, you're dirty and sweet, clad in black, don't look back. Not much to go on there, was there? Right. Well, you're dirty and sweet, clad in black, don't look back. I'm trying to help you. And number 7. Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you. You are not me. Right now you're saying, I'm quite glad I'm not you, you silly little green man. One more time. Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you, and you are not me. What's the singer? What's the song? And here comes number 8. Hey, little sister, what have you done? Oh, that's one of those ones where you go, oh, I know that, but what is it? Hey, little sister, what have you done? 1 point for the singer, 1 point for the song. Hey, little sister, what have you done? Hey, little sister. Number 9. I was blind, now I can see. You made a believer out of me. What song's that come from? And who sung it? If you know both, you'll get 2 points. I was blind, now I can see. You made a believer out of me. Right, and your last one, thank goodness, because my voice won't hold out much longer. Top of the shop, number 10. I can't remember the tune. Something's bugging me. Something ain't right. My best friend told me what you did last night. There you go. Quick recovery. One more time. Something's bugging me. Something ain't right. My best friend told me what you did last night. 1 point for the singer, 1 point for the song. And those are your 10 out of tune Alfies. So a quick recap without the singing, you'll be pleased to know. Number 1, we are young, we run green, keep our teeth nice and clean. Number 2, you know that it would be untrue. Number 3, don't start the talking, I could talk all night. Number 4, out on the windy moors, we'd roll and fall in grief. Sounds like it was written by Dr. Zeus. Number 5, the silicon chip inside her head gets switched to overload. Number 6, well, you're dirty and sweet, clad in black, don't look back. Number 7, oh life, it's bigger than you, and you are not me. Number 8, hey little sister, what have you done? Number 9, I was blind, now I can see, you made a believer out of me. And number 10, something's bugging me, something ain't right, my best friend told me what you did last night. Those are your 10 songs. 2 points for each question. Get the singer and the song and you'll get 2 points. So, have a quick look through your written down answers. If you've got any gaps, just make something up. You never know how lucky you might get because your answers are coming up. Right then, how you get on tonight? Let's find out. Here are your answers for Wednesday's big juicy quiz. The first round was bits and bobs. How many valves are on a trumpet? Well, there are 3 valves on a trumpet. Number 2, the shape of the scar on Harry Potter's forehead is a lightning bolt. Number 3, how many Georges have been there in the British monarchy? There have been 6 so far. George VI. Number 7, the official residence of the Archbishop of Canterbury is Lambeth Palace. According to the nursery rhyme, Georgie Porgy, well, he kissed the girls to make them cry. Kissed them. Number 6, Rydell High School is the setting for the film Grease. And it's also the word, apparently. Number 7, how would you write Roman numeral 55? You'd write it LV. L for 50, V for 5. Number 8, who lives in a former curry like this? Well, in a former curry you would find ants. Number 9, the capital of Malta is Valletta. And number 10, the name the Romans gave to France is Gaul. How well did you remember your Asterix books? 1 point for each of those, and then you had a bonus question. If you multiplied the number of flags on the US flag by the number of red stripes, you'd get 50 stars times 7 red stripes, which would give you 350. And if that's what you wrote, you get 10 points. There's 13 stripes in total, 7 of them are red. Okay, round number 2, what the fox? On Friday it's the Chinese New Year of the fox, so all the questions had answers that had OX in them. So the martial art that's a combination of boxing and karate is kickboxing. See, OX. A person who talks constantly, that's a chatterbox. A money-operated music machine, well, of course it is. It's a jukebox. A confined place where people sweat, that's a sweatbox. A temporary platform for making a speech, that's a soapbox. Then we got a bit more tricky. Bleach for hair, that's a peroxide. Treatment designed to get rid of poison in the body, that's a detox. Number 8, when the day and night are approximately the same length, it's called the equinox. Number 9, a rhetorical figure for a contradictory term, something like deafening silence, is an oxymoron. And number 10, the branch of science that looks into poisons is toxicology. 1 point for all of those, and your bonus question was, if you play in Scrabble and you put down the word OX for ox, how many points do you get? Who cheated, who didn't, who guessed, and who knew the answer was 9. 1 for the O, 8 for the X. Gives you 9 points. And you get 10 points if you got it right. Right, who dissed then? They all had brollies in front of them. Number 1, that was Rihanna. I gave you a clue. She's hiding her umbrella. Number 2, hiding behind the umbrella, Julia Roberts. Hiding behind everything these days. Number 3, I think the stance and the trousers gave away. It was Cameron Diaz. Number 4, a little bit trickier. Number 4 was Matthew Broderick. Number 5, it's her again, it's Lady Gaga. Number 6, British, remember British, but did you ever guess that? Fern Cotton. Oh. Number 7, did you get it? It caught me out. David Bowie. Number 8 was Sylvester Stallone. And number 9, hiding behind the brolly, was Mike Myers. Little tiny Mike Myers. And number 10, wearing the silly trousers, can only be Mr. Bieber. Justin Bieber. 10 people hiding behind umbrellas. How did you get on? Right then, your bonus question. What does the word umbrella mean? It means shade or shadow. The Latin word for umbra and the Italian word for ombra, which means shade or shadow. Told you it was worth a guess. 10 points if you got that one right. Right then, the code breakers, the ones that drive you potty, get ready for the and the kicking of your own feet. Here we go. 2W on a B, 2 wheels on a bike. 5 TOAF, 5 toes on a foot. 12 MOAJ, tricky one. 12 members on a jury, or of a jury, either is correct. 360 DIAC, 360 degrees in a circle. Number 5, 64S on a CB, the CB being a chessboard, 64 squares. Number 6, 10YIAD, that's 10 years in a decade. Oh, I hear you cry. Number 7, 26 IMIAM. Little bit naughty this one. Little bit naughty. 26 miles in a marathon, because there are, I know there's a few more as well, you know, but there are 26 miles. Number 8, 147 MB IAS. Sports fans will know 147 is the maximum break in snooker. Number 9, 13 IABD, that's 13 in a baker's dozen. Course it is. And number 10, 12 KOTRT, 12 Knights of the Round Table. Some stinkers in there, weren't there? And this was a stinker. 29,028H. OMEIF. If I told you 29,028 is the height of Mount Everest in feet, if you got it, you got 10 bonus points. And then we came on to Out of Tune Alfie. You heard me attempt to sing some songs. If you wrote down the artist and the song, this is what they should have looked like. Number 1, we're young and we are young, we run green, keep our teeth nice and clean. It's Alright by Supergrass. Number 2, you know it would be untrue. That's Light My Fire by The Doors. You know that it would be untrue. Come on, baby, light my fire. Number 3, Don't Start the Talking. Oliver's Army is here Tuesday. Oliver's Army by Elvis Costello. Number 4, Out on the windy moors we'd roll and fall in love. I sincerely hope someone got this. It's Kate Bush and Wuthering Heights. Number 5, the silicon chip inside her head gets switched to overload. Tell me why I don't like Mondays by the Boomtown Rats. Number 6, well, you're dirty and sweet, clad in black, don't look back, and I love you. You're dirty and sweet, you're my girl. Get It On by T-Rex. Get it on, bang a gong, get it on. Right, number 7, Oh Life is Bigger. It's R.E.M. and Losing My Religion, losing my voice more like. Number 8, Hey Little Sister, What Have You Done? It's a Nice Day for a White Wedding by Billy Idol. Number 9, I Was Blind, Now I Can See. You made a believer out of me. I was blind, now I can see. Moving on up now by Primal Scream. And number 10, Something's Bugging Me If Something Ain't Right. Wake Me Up Before You Go. Or Just Wake Me Up. If you put that, you get it. Wham! Exclamation mark. Thank you very much. 1 point for the singer, 1 point for the song. And those, out of 100, are your questions for tonight's big, juicy quiz. If you're watching on YouTube, then drop us a line and let us know how many you got. If you're watching on Facebooky, you can put in the comments section the name of your team and your score. This helps us know whether we're making them too hard or too easy, and whether you had fun or not. And tell us what your favourite round was and all that malarkey. And if you enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you didn't, keep it to yourself. And if you did enjoy it, we'll do it all again next Wednesday at the same time, 8 o'clock. I've been Alfie Malone. This has been the Big Juicy Quiz. Good night.